Hello, I am Patricia Neal, and I am a stroke survivor. At the time of my stroke, I was at the height of my acting career. Then suddenly, without warning, I could not speak or move. Fortunately, I was surrounded by family and friends who cared, who learned how to care. They were very important in my struggle back to a fulfilling life. But like you, they were overwhelmed at first. With stroke, lifetime skills are lost in a moment. Words may be unfamiliar, movement impaired, personality changed. Very independent people become dependent, and the impact of all this is jarring to everyone. That's why stroke doesn't just happen to an individual, it happens to a family. But family members rarely know what to do or where to turn. You need answers to your many questions, probably foremost on your mind, like, what are the chances for recovery? And what can I do? Well, that's the purpose of this film, to answer questions and to offer you guidelines for coping during this terrible time. So the first thing I would like you to do right now is to take time out and view this film. It will make life easier for both you and your patient in the days ahead.
Doctor.
Hello. He suffered a CVA. It's a cerebral vascular accident caused by the blood clot, which cut off a portion of the oxygen to the brain.
But he can't speak.
He has aphasia. It's a communication dysfunction caused by the stroke.
Will he recover?
You'll know better than I. You're much closer. I'll be making rounds this evening and check on his progress. His condition is stable now, so why don't you go home and relax. I'll contact you later.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
What did he say?
I don't know. What did he say?
Terms were thrown around that we had no idea what they meant. They didn't even seem to be English. The term CVA was not mentioned to me until at least a month later, which I later learned meant cerebral vascular accident. But I thought it was some fancy new term that they had devised just for his condition because they had no explanation for it. And someone at work said, well, that's a stroke.
We were told by the doctor that he had aphasia, and we didn't know what he meant. He tried to explain to us, but there were three of us listening. We always had each of us had our own version of what the doctor had said, and we came home and looked it up in the dictionary. And of course, it said that it's a language disturbance caused by injury to the brain, but we still didn't know what that meant.
And my sister and I had talked, you know, if we had it to do over again, we would have a little tape recorder there or have someone making notes or something, so we would all get the same stories, because we'd get back to the room and we'd say, well, did he say this or did he say that? And I think because you're so emotionally strung out that, you know, you're not as perceptive or picking up on things.
When facing this trauma, a family is bound to feel anxious and confused. Very few of us understand stroke. It occurs when there's injury to the brain caused by an interruption of the blood supply. Any brain damage can affect everything from our body functions to the way we think. But each stroke is unique, and the prognosis, the outlook for recovery in each case is different. However, once the patient is medically stable, the statistics are encouraging. The key to a meaningful recovery is the will and motivation of the patient. But I can tell you that it is the support and caring of family and friends that inspire that will and motivation. To create a healing environment is your challenge. You have my very best wishes in accepting that challenge. I wish you well.